All right, man. Let's talk about Detroit Lions that get Melifonwu back and they get DeAndre Swift back. Um, yeah, I'm still under the weather, man. So I gotta go give me a COVID test. Long story short, so I'm grinding it out, man. But uh, but yeah, man, this long day. But let's start off with Melifonwu. We also have DeAndre Swift because they also say Swift more likely able to play this weekend versus the Vikings from Minnesota. Okay. So we can go anywhere, but we get the fat Den or big Den in a minute. So they lose AJ Parker, but they gain uh Infantu Melifonwu. All right, so the Lions start around pick his back. He looked good in the game he got to play against Green Bay in week 2. But let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I might pause to this video. I got it. Mucus went from my chest to my nose, so if I pause, I pause. But hold on, got to pause. All right, yeah, he back. There was some talk about when he was drafted, was he gonna play some safety? He looked good enough to play corner. He had natural talent. He playing off raw natural ability. So I mean, when AJ Parker going out, Parker played inside and outside. So we'll see. We get losses and we get gains and then losses come. So I mean, like I said, people talking about drafting a cornerback. I say, man, are y'all serious, bro? A cornerback after all the good corners that we found for years. Martin Mayhew would draft corners in the middle of the draft, and Brad Holmes had 1 year, being the GM. And when there's something positive to say, I said he had 1 year as a GM, and he's done better than Martin Mayhew ever that as a DB. And remember, talent evaluator, because Martin Mayhew played DB in the league and he couldn't evaluate him. He got Bobby Price, he found AJ Parker. I love Fontu. That's your secondary right there. And Jeff Okuda just gonna have to be a backup and go to strong safety. Safeties are usually corners that don't have feet to play corner. Okay, but that's just what's gonna have to happen. Or y'all still drafted safety. So you talking about on defense? Last thing they need is a cornerback. They need a safety. But this kid is gonna depend on what condition he is, because he's pretty big for a corner, man. So it may take some time to get that conditioning back up. But so Detroit Lions have announced Monday afternoon that rookie cornerback Melifonwu, hope I said that right, has been activated from injured reserve and is now part of the 53-man roster, eligible to play. The Lions had an open spot on the 53-man roster after placing nickel corner, AJ Parker on injured reserve. All right, Melifonwu was placed on IR after suffering a thigh injury week 2 against Green Bay Packers, leaving the Lions quite thin at the cornerback after 2022 first-round pick. Jeff Okuda suffered torn Achilles in the season opener against the San Francisco 49ers. So Melifonwu, third-round pick this year, made his first career start again in that Packer game and recorded a pass defense, 2 tackles, Pro Football Focus 58.6 in the game before leaving the injury. But he had a good one, and the reason his rate went higher because he got injured on that deep pass. He kept Devontae Adams in check. So the rookie cornerback has been practicing with the team the past 3 weeks, but it's uncertain if he's quite ready to join the starting lineup. Well, he ain't gonna have no choice. This week is his 21-day evaluation window was set to expire, meaning the Lions either had to decide to place him on season-ending injured reserve, or activate him to the 53-man roster. His activation is a good sign he'll play again before the season is out. Well, it's not a definite sign because you just had to make a decision. If you put him on IR for the season, so it's a chance he still may not play. That's why continuing to read is important. But yeah, like I said before, man. If any position the Lions set at from 1 to 5, it's cornerback. If you're talking about Ararie, Jacobs, Bobby Price, Ararie, Melifonwu, Okuda, you set there, man. So I'm not concerned about corners. You can win championships without corners if you got a good front seven. Philadelphia proved that a couple of years ago. This ain't Madden, but good to have them back. You see how they like their corners, rangy, tall, physical, and strong. And if you're really good and you that big, you can go into the slot. You special. You see Jalen Ramsey didn't want to travel in the slot versus Green Bay. He talk all that crap. It's false bravado. He good, but he ain't that good. But then again, they did change the rules to benefit the offense. So, but yeah, congrats to him, bro. Really, congrats to him, man. Good to come back. Take your time, and it ain't worth missing one season. It ain't worth missing 2 seasons for a couple games. So I mean, I like him a lot. Like I said before, man, priorities on defense, depth in the front seven, and safety. So I think Walker pretty good safety, man. We talk about Hutchinson later. I mean, I watched him all year, but I was impressed Saturday. You might as well sign me up for a ticket for a job bowl too. But it says Lions running back DeAndre Swift expected to miss the Vikings game with a shoulder sprain. So I thought he had a concussion. I ain't gonna lie. Me and Mike was talking. I was like, man, I thought this nigga had a concussion. So it says the Lions. Y'all see this? Yeah, we can see this. The Lions have already had one of the worst offenses in the league. Now it seems they could be without their top offensive skill player when they return from Thanksgiving. Running back DeAndre Swift remaining sore after spraining his shoulder in the loss to Chicago on Thursday. And is not expected to play this week against the Minnesota Vikings. Quote, it's hard to say that you'll see him playing, head coach Dan Campbell said during a video call on Monday afternoon. That posed a huge problem for an offense that has struggled passing the ball all season. Swift ran over Pittsburgh and Cleveland for more than 100 yards this month. The first time any Lions players have done that in consecutive weeks since Kevin Jones was out before. Swift also was banged up in both of those games, including suffering a shoulder injury against the Steelers. So, like I said before, man, I think this can be the good thing about this is Godwin in a bouquet, you're gonna see Jamar Jefferson. Every time in a bouquet touched the ball, it's been 10 plus yards, at least out the backfield. So that's the beautiful thing about it. 1 second. The beautiful thing about it. Sorry, no breaks. That's a beautiful thing about it. He's showing the power and burst that you need, and Jamar Jefferson showing the vision and the burst that his 40 time didn't show us that he had. So I mean, like I said before, man, we get to see what they can do. Because DeAndre Swift isn't a guy you get the ball 20, 30 times too out the backfield and they run him up the middle and they just banging him up. He ain't that guy. Like every other time you might want to fake the defense, they think he going outside for a pitch or a stretch play. You want to bang him up there. Every now and again, he's not an all-purpose back. He's not a back that can bang up in the middle consistently. And they ain't doing nothing, but I called it. I say, I mean, he's gonna get injured when he's using them. And what happened? So I mean, like I said before, you can't use him like that consistently every down. Bang up in the middle. It's not who he is. So like I said, in a bouquet or Godwin, if I'm butchering his name, he's better in between. He might be a better overall back with some more experience. Because it seemed like he could see he a one cut guy. He'd be perfect for Shanahan's one cut zone block and read. When he get that cut, he hit the hole. So I'm excited to see him. I like him more than Jamal Williams, but I put an asterisk on there because he's fresher. I know he plays special teams, but he's fresher. And Jefferson, man, like I said before, I don't have to spend money for on running backs. You should be able to find them a dime a dozen. But like I said, man, it's common football sense. It ain't no special PhD for football. You don't use a Ferrari on a rough road. Remember the Fast and Furious when they had to get them cars that flew from the sky? That's the last one I seen. And they had to be tough on the terrain. They had to compromise speed for power. 1 second. Sorry, Remember that? That's kind of like what you need, man. I'm looking forward to the bouquet. Remember, he switched linebacker to running back, so you got to be patient. But anybody can see the Swift injury coming. I told y'all they was utilizing him wrong. And the bouquet touched the ball in the Pittsburgh game was 25 a pop. You're talking about, he ran all over Pittsburgh. DeAndre Swift had one big run, and most of his work came in the first half. He ain't somebody that gets stronger as the game goes on. And in a bouquet, and Jefferson gonna have rookie mistakes, but Watch how more effective they are than Williams and Swift at this point at this juncture. Obviously, they're more effective than Swift because they playing. But I think Jefferson, he was active last week. They just younger, bro, and they made more all-purpose guys. Jamar Jefferson just seemed like one of those running backs that don't test good, but he just naturally athletic. That's what we remind you of Curtis Martin. You know, when you chasing him, you know, his competitive nature jump in. That's what exactly remind me of Curtis Martin. And Curtis Martin used to run like he was limping, but he got the job done. One of my favorite backs to watch. Him, Warwick Dunn, Mike Allstott. Yeah, I used to love watching Mike Allstott. I had in the third grade, or I think it was the third grade. I had whatever grade it was. I had in elementary school. I had the Mike Allstott folder. Remember the NFL folders, and I had the Barry Sanders, the Mike Allstott, I had Brett Favre. Oh, you like Brett Favre? Yeah, I was a Brett Favre fan. He was always beating us up. Yeah, I let you love Brett Favre, bro. It's one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch. My favorite all time is to watch was John Elway. That's my favorite quarterback of all time. So, but yeah, man, just watching Allstott one, man. Him or you know why I used to like run too? Dude was a Spartan, TJ Duckett. In college, I used to love watch Ron Dane run. Not the Babylon, but I used to love to watch. In college, Ron Dane was in Ricky Williams, man. Woo! That year, Ricky Williams broke all the records at Texas, man. That was the best thing about college football that year. Daniel Thomason was one of my guys to watch, man. Fred Taylor, Corey Dillon was one of my favorite. Every time he would come to wherever we played at, he would nut up on us. And Corey Dillon and Fred Taylor should be in the hall. But yeah, in my opinion, let me know what you guys think. Check the Detroit Lions Talk playlist out. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm on social media subscription, Twitter, the Pastor Man, Facebook, and Instagram. You want to be in this question, inquiry, response, video question, chop it up. All links in the description will make a financial donation. Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. All my social media links there, man. All my, Cash App, Venmo, donations, scroll to the bottom screen in the description. Check the Detroit Lions Talk playlist, subscribe button is the bell icon button, hit all notifications, Christian, notifications, go live, drop video.